What just happened between Ripple and the SEC might change everything. A surprise emergency filing has just landed in the case, and it's bringing new energy to a lawsuit that many already considered practically over. But the real question is this: is this filing a distraction, or could it actually help XRP win the battle that's been going on for years? On April 2nd, during one of the most chaotic weeks in U.S. financial politics, a new entry appeared in the Ripple versus SEC case. The timing is suspicious. April 3rd was the day the U.S. officially locked in trade tariffs. While everyone was watching the markets crash, this filing quietly slipped through. And it might be more important than it looks. An individual named Justin Kenner has submitted a request to introduce what he calls decisive evidence in favor of Ripple and in defense of the freedom of the American people. We don't know exactly what that evidence is, but what we do know is that Kenner himself was previously sued by the SEC for trading unregistered penny stocks and was ordered to pay over $10 million. Now he's turning around and trying to help Ripple. Whatever he is must be big, or at the very least, personal. Eleanor Terrett from Fox Business was one of the first to highlight this move. She pointed out that this filing doesn't clearly define the evidence, but it strongly suggests it involves physical investment contracts that Kenner has been collecting. Is he blowing the whistle on something deeper within the SEC's own tactics? That's one possibility. The other is that it's another piece in the puzzle pointing to a pre-planned outcome. Meanwhile, we just got news that the SEC has a new president. Paul Atkins has officially been approved as the new chairman, and he's known in the crypto community for being far more open to blockchain innovation than his predecessor. He's even commented on XRP and Ripple in the past, not with criticism, but with interest. That's huge, because a leadership change like this could mean a shift in strategy and possibly a faster resolution to this drawn-out case. The market, in the meantime, is reacting with cautious optimism. XRP is hovering around 2.08. Try to reclaim critical support. Bitcoin is climbing back to 84,000. We're seeing glimmers of recovery after several days of deep red. Part of this is because the U.S. has now opened the door to renegotiate tariffs with 185 countries, a signal that the worst of the panic may be behind us. But let's not forget the most interesting piece of the puzzle today. Binance just moved 100 million XRP. Not a sale, not a buy, just an internal move to maintain trading liquidity. Why does that matter? Because it's another sign that institutions are preparing for what's next. Stabilizing liquidity before a possible price surge? Maybe, but it tells us that volatility is being managed with precision. And here's the most important part. If Ripple is really just weeks or even days away from ending this case, if this new SEC leadership is about to pivot the entire strategy, and if institutional players like Binance are positioning themselves quietly, then this isn't the end. It's the start of something massive that, if you're ready to stay ahead of what's coming, if you want to understand how all the pieces fit together as we head into a new financial era, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. See you in the next one.